Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the KONTAINEROZ podcast. The podcast is sponsored by PortPro, the leading operating system for drayage carriers. Schedule a demo today at portpro.io, and don't forget to mention KONTAINEROZ for a great deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In the studio today, I got Marco Méndez. What's up?
What's up, Luis? Thank you for having me here.
Also, to my left, I got cousin co-hosting today, Jose.
Yeah. Here once again.
He's not gonna be as stiff this time, like that.
Yeah. And like last time.
He learning.
All right. So let's get going. What do you currently do, Marco?
I'm a truck driver, officially a containero.
Nice. So, what are you, a company driver, or you got your truck, or how did you start up?
Well, unfortunately, I got stuck in a company, but
Speak it to the mic.
wow. Right now, I'm a company driver, working for a good company, I will say. Gave me an opportunity to start. It was a little bit hard, but here I am. Hopefully, I become an owner-operator.
So, why did you choose trucking?
Mainly because of money. I was having a hard time getting a good paid job. And I saw Luis Molina making a lot of money. So I said, that's for me right there.
Everybody likes green, right?
Yep.
How was your experience in truck driving school?
It was a pain in the ass, to be honest.
Yeah.
Took me almost a year to get out of that school.
Yeah.
I guess I went for the cheap route. And instead of being out in 3 months, I was out in 11 months.
Yeah. Can you share your experience more or less? Like, what was it like?
A bunch of dudes trying to do the same thing. We all think it's easy until you actually start driving. I think it's a lot harder than what they tell you at school. It's easy to be in a yard when you have limited space and just do one maneuver at a time, you know. But once you're out there in the real world, it becomes a challenge, to say the least. I really thought a lot of truck drivers were a lot more friendly than what they really are out there.
That was a gang.
Yeah.
You learned that in the school?
No. School, it was hard. The pre-trip was the hardest thing for me, to be honest.
The pre-trip.
I had no idea where anything was. And then they want you to learn it in a certain way, like certain order, before they send you to the DMV. And for me, that was almost impossible. I don't want to say I'm dumb or anything, but
You have your own style? You wanted to learn it?
I wanted it to jump from here to here, and they're like, nope, go back. And then I find out once at the DMV, they really don't care as long as you know all the parts. They don't want you to go in certain order, but at school they do. And they won't let you go to a DMV unless you do it in that order.
So you knew all the parts, but they want you to do it in a certain order.
Yeah.
And you were like...
Well, because before I went to school, I was never around a truck, to be honest. I used to work in an office. So once I went to school and they're like, oh, this is this part, this is this part, this is this part. For me, it was a lot easier to read the book and learn it from the book than actually looking at the truck.
Yeah.
But when I went and looked at the truck, and like I knew all the parts, but I knew it as how I read it, as I will remember it, not as I was looking at it.
Oh, I see. It's two different things, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that when I was reading the book, too. When I went to the DMV, like, what?
Yeah,
Two different things.
But see, when I went to the DMV, I did it my way, and I still got it. So
Nice.
I guess it depends on the instructor or the people at DMV taking the test for you. So
Were you early or late? Morning or afternoon?
I was very early, second person in line, and I was very nervous, but I passed it on my first time. So there you go.
First time.
No mala cara tienen.
Yeah.
In 11 months, you better take it first
Right?
try.
Took me long enough at school to not pass it on the first try.
Right.
Yeah.
How many guys per truck at the school you were at? Which everyone
About 15.
No.
shit.
Yeah.
So what were you doing a day?
No wonder it took his ass a year.
About 10 minutes.
So it's 10 minutes
So-
you, then 10 minutes the next guy?
Yep. They
No.
schedule you for 3 hours, so you think you're gonna get 3 hours of training that day, right?
Yeah.
But in reality, out of those 3 hours, if you're lucky, you get 25, 30 minutes.
So what do you practice? Just one maneuver and
Yeah, that's it.
that's it? You go home or you stay for the might get the next one?
You can stay and might get the next one, but after a couple of months, you'll realize that there won't be a next one because there's so many people. I'm telling you, it was in one day. I will say there were about 200 people waiting for 6 trucks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. But
People-
see, I only pay $1,500, so
Oh.
what can you expect?
But people want to be like, I don't want to do this. Give me my money back. Like,
Oh,
it's-
when you sign the contract, it says there's no refund.
Oh.
They tell you have unlimited classes.
But did it tell you how many students are in there?
Oh,
So that's something you gotta ask, huh?
I don't
Like
think
when you
they'll.
call-
I don't think they'll tell you.
They want. Damn.
Well, if they lie, then maybe there should be a way that you could get your money back.
Well, they're not lying because they're telling you this is your schedule. We'll schedule you. They always talk about you. Like forget about anybody else. They like you need to focus on you. Like, that's their motto. So you.
All about you, baby.
It's all about you.
All about you and 199 other motherfuckers that day.
Damn.
Yep.
You guys look at like a bunch of little minions, huh? Trying to get in the trying to get in the truck. Like damn.
No, and then some people really get upset and they try to take it on you. I guess we all have. I didn't have limited time. I planned my day accordingly. Like, oh, I'm gonna be there for 3 hours, you know. But there's some people that get scheduled for 2 hours and they think, oh, I'm gonna go get it done in 30 minutes. So when they get there and they realize it's not gonna work out in 30 minutes, then they try to take it on you. Like, oh, hurry up, hurry up. And it's like, how am I gonna hurry up? I only have 10 minutes anyways.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, that sucks. I mean, are you allowed to say what company is that or cousin?
Jose, why are you making it awkward?
No, I just want to know.
Well, it was the one
What do
with
you
the
say?
animal name.
What's an animal name? Animal name. Ah, yeah, he's slick with it.
I know which one.
Animal
Yeah.
name.
I know which one.
Yeah. Well, thanks for sharing your experience and your review of this place. So maybe that inspires them to ask the right questions before they go to these schools, so they don't
Yeah.
end up with a little surprise, you know. But I'm glad you passed.
Yeah, well, I think the biggest thing is the good schools will tell you that you have one-on-one training. If they don't mention that one-on-one, you are lost already because those instructors, they're getting paid $19-20 an hour. They're there from, I want to say, 7 in the morning to 7 at night. 300-400 people seeing through the day. They don't have the time to care.
When I started calling, I ask usually how many chances I get, how much, how many students per truck, and if it's one-on-one. That's the 4 things I ask, and then I just go from the company to company to see which one's the best one.
Yeah,
There you
well,
go.
definitely go for something that has one-on-one.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a little more expensive, right?
A lot more expensive, I
Yeah.
will say. When I was looking into schools, the ones with one-on-one, cheapest one was like $3,200.
Oh, okay.
So for me, the price was when they said $1,500. I said, "Oh, de aquí soy," you know. But
Did they
didn't
want
know
everything or just...
No, they give you payments, and it's like that's very attractive, you know, like $100 a week. It's like, oh yeah, I can do that
Yeah.
Easy.
easy, yeah. But see, I think, well, my time I think was more valuable than the savings. I would rather pay the extra money, but my mistake was I didn't want to make payments. So $1,500 versus $3,500, I paid it all up front.
Oh, I see.
So that kind of put me in a bind because now I don't want to be out of $1,500 just because I don't want to wait a little bit more, you know.
Yeah, like I got to do it now, huh? I got to
Yeah,
ride it
there's-
along.
There's no way out.
Right there, wave.
So now that you got your license, how hard was it landing your first job?
Landing my first job, to be honest, was very easy until I messed it up. Um, I actually got a referral through Containeroz, a guy that I don't know personally, but he was kind enough to refer me to a company. Diesel, that's the guy. I don't know.
Oh yeah, he was on the podcast.
Yeah. So he was kind enough to refer me to this one guy that was looking for drivers, and he was gonna pay me pretty good, I will say, for first time driver. Was $400 a day, which to me was like, whoa, fresh out of school, $400 a day.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Where do I clock it?
Yep. Met with the guy, pretty nice guy, and he's like, well, we just have to go through a few steps for you to start driving. I'm like, yeah, whatever, man. Like, I want to start making this money.
Hell yeah.
So one of the things that he did was send me for a drug test, and that's when things got awkward for me. I thought I was clean. I'm like, I'm not doing no meth, no coke. I'm good to go. So there I go. I take my test, and results come 5 days later, and it's like, oh, you're dirty. We have to report you. You're not allowed to drive. What the fuck? They're like, oh yeah, you test positive for THC.
What?
I'm like, okay, I haven't smoked in months, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Well, still in your system, so I have to report you. So have a nice day. Hang up the phone. Then I get a call from the guy from the company. Be like, hey, dude, like, why did you go take the test if you know you were dirty? Like, I mean, I don't want to be messed up, but you cost me money. You could have just say, hey, give me a couple of more weeks. I'll be clean.
Oh,
be honest.
Yeah.
And being honest, I thought I was clean. Like, hadn't smoked a couple of months. And
how many months or like?
About 2 months. It took about 2.5, 3 months to get out of my system.
But were you a everyday smoker, or you just like a one thing?
I mean, not one thing, but whenever it was available, okay. Like I don't want to say every other day, every day. It was like, if it was available, I'll take a hit.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was a very expensive experience because I was planning to become an owner operator.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I go make this quick money, $400 a day, get my stacks, get my truck, I'm good to go. Now I'm prohibited from driving from this new thing, new to me, because I had no idea what it was, called clearinghouse. So now that my record is there for positive and THC, I'm not allowed to drive. Not only that, but if I want to get my own truck, no insurance is really want to give me a chance. Ooh. Because I'm high risk.
Damn.
They treat it as a DUI. Even though I wasn't driving.
Yeah, you wouldn't even do it.
Even though when I smoked, I didn't even have my license.
Damn. It's like, why you bringing old shit back?
Yeah. So it was very expensive, to say the least. It was a couple of $1,000 to get that rolling. Not even clean, because I'm still in that program. And see, the thing now is, not only I had to go to something like AA classes.
For how long?
2 months.
Okay.
Then I had to pay for a counselor. Then I have to enroll in a program where whatever company hires me have to enroll in that program too, and it costs them money. So wow. Companies don't really want to go through all this for a new driver. You have no experience, and on top of that, you want me to go through all this to hire you? Like, get the fuck out of here.
How many companies told you that? Like, they didn't say no to you?
About 15, 20 companies.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
They were all, because I didn't really tell them. So I apply, right? So I went through the whole hiring process. And when that popped out, they're like, nah, we're good.
But if you were going through it with that company, you were still applying for others?
Yeah, because I was trying to see who pays the most.
Okay. Also, the pay changed. Once is like, oh, you smoked. It was not a $400 a day anymore after that.
It was no job anymore.
No job at all?
At all.
Oh, shit.
Because now these companies have to enroll in a program.
So the fact that that company sent you out to get tested, if you test dirty, the record is for you and them?
It's for everybody.
Oh, so man, so even sending someone out is at risk for your company too, if they are dirty?
Yeah.
Oh man. So now it's on their record, like, hey, you fuck with drivers that are dirty. Yeah. And now it's on your record.
They
too.
become high risk.
Damn.
So
Then if that's the case, why not just keep you? It's like, fuck it, we already took the hit, then we'll keep him. And
because they have 30 days. So as long as they don't keep you longer than 30 days, the insurance won't go up, even though they're marked as high risk. But if they keep you, then the insurance go up because now they have an actual employee that's high risk.
I think it's set up a little fucked up because that's what the test is for. That's why the company tests you to, we don't want to hire someone that's high risk.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we have to find out. But if we find out and you are high risk, it's also bad for them for being like proactive.
Yeah, not only that, now I'm, like I said, in a program where every 2 months the company that I'm working for have to send me out for special testing. I don't know, usually I think it's like $50 for a drug test, and the test that they have to perform for me, it's $150, just because there has to be somebody there watching me pee. Now it has to be observed.
What? Watching you.
Yeah. Cause, I'm the bad guy now, you know?
Yeah. You acting like a Scarface. Say good night to the bad guy.
Yeah, it sucks. It really sucks, man, because I had plans, and even if I wanted it to go get my own truck right now and trying to get insurance, I can't in a way because I wouldn't be able to comply with the program I'm in, because I need a third-party company to keep records of this drug test every 2 months for a year.
So is there any way you could erase it completely from your record where it won't harm you?
No. It's there for 10 years.
For 10 years?
Yeah.
Wow. 10 years. That's a long time.
It is. Especially for a new driver trying, no experience. You're trying to get experience. It's hard enough only to get a job with no experience.
Yeah.
Everybody I call, they're like, 2 years experience. I'm like, but nobody wants to give me a chance to
what I was thinking about that? Like, if I ever go to a company and they don't want to hire me because of experience, I'm going to go out there in front of the office with a sign. Like, how you expect me to get an experience if you don't hire me?
Yeah, so that sucks. That sucks.
It does.
You mentioned that part where, like, the levels to it. Like, it's like certain levels to, like, reintegration. So a couple of months like this, and after a certain amount of months, you can go out 5-mile radius, or you had said something like that.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah. Well, part of the program that they restrict the company that I'm working for to the first month of employment. I can only drive 5 miles around the company, but I cannot have a load.
What?
Then the second month I can drive the same 5 miles but with a chassis. The third month, I can drive the same 5 miles now with a container.
Empty or loaded?
Empty. Okay. And on the fourth month, I get to drive with a load, but only within 5 miles of the company. So you become a very expensive employee for a company. They have to be willing to put that investment, I say, because technically they're paying you for nothing.
You think that program makes sense, or is it a little exagerado,
For me, because I didn't consider myself to be a drug addict, I think it's a little exagerado. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, how do they know? So I think it's good for the safety of others around you, like a lot of truck drivers, a lot of people think that truck drivers are always high on something. Mm-hmm. And if that's the case, it's very dangerous.
Don't even fucking look at me like that.
Saca la bolsita.
Sick puppies out.
Sick puppy days. No, it's
just memories, bro. Just memories.
Describe your first day in the ports.
Challenging. People at the ports are not helpful at all. Everybody's out for their own. Even all the truck drivers. Like,
Come on, man. Containeros look out for each other, bro.
that's what I thought, bro.
That's what I thought. Oh man, what?
What?
I went out with the mentality of I'm gonna help out. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be, it's a group, and no, like on my first day, I realized that shit is not gonna work out. Like,
Quítate la verga, pendejo. He's right there thinking, do I make a left or a right?
you gotta be aggressive, and there's no favors out there. It's sad. It's really sad, to say the least. Hopefully, as I get more experience and I get to know more people out there, things change for me. But as of right now, it hasn't been a friendly experience, especially when you don't know where to make lines sometimes. It happened to me the other day at Pier A, where the GPS sent me one way, put it on my phone, and it said, "Oh,
Yeah.
make a left on fucking Harbor or something." So I went that way. I got to the gate, and I see to my left a big ass line. Didn't realize that's the line I needed to be in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You're like,
you
damn.
invested a chucho move. You went straight in.
I went straight in.
Yeah.
Man, did I learn.
Ooh.
So when they went in there, they made sure to tell you.
Yeah, they made sure they told me, motherfucker, the line was to the left, and next time we won't be so kind. And I said, okay, what are you going to do about it?
Oh shit.
Yeah, unlock my pins while you're out there.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I get it. People were there probably an hour or so, and I just got there, and 5 minutes I was in. Felt good, but
Got the fast track.
got the fast track pass, yeah. But they surely make me understand that it was not cool. But see, you don't know. Like, GPS didn't tell me, this is the fastest route, but there's gonna be a line of angry motherfuckers.
Right.
I would maybe show him the GPS. El GPS me dijo derecho, güey.
I thought about it, to be honest.
Thought about it.
I was like, hey, but yeah, it's a learning experience. Every port, I'm getting to learn how they work, especially with the speaker people. They're very not helpful.
Just because.
Yeah, you get there, they treat you like shit. I'm gonna say the ladies at the speakers are a lot nicer than the guys.
They have more patience, or they just more.
It seems like it's more like a secretary.
Oh, I just think a lot of them have a nice voice, and it makes you feel that they're being nice.
No.
The way they talk to you.
Hello,
maybe?
hello,
It's-
driver.
It's more of a, like, if they answer in the phone. They're like, oh, driver, good morning. Da, 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 da.
Nice.
Yeah, instead of, what do you want? What are you here for? Like, the fuck, I'm here to pick up a load. What else would I be doing here, right? I didn't, one of the speakers, I didn't hear him. Oh, I say, yeah, I didn't hear him. So I kind of repeated what he has said. And his smartass is like, oh, we have echo here. Like,
Oh wow.
the fuck, I was just making sure that's what you said,
Did you slap the little box flap?
Like, yeah, it's just, yeah, they definitely see you like a lower breed. That's how they make you feel. Inside the port, I haven't encountered any assholes yet. Everybody's been nice to me. The workers inside, so I can't really talk shit about that. I hear a lot, and to be honest, I was very nervous to go in. Because I'm like, shit, am I gonna get into a fight my first day? But no, like,
What are you talking about? The port though, inside the port, like the longshoremen, the
yeah,
mechanics.
no, the longshoremen.
Oh,
Yeah,
When they service them.
shout out to my boy Eric. You need to come here, dog. We need.
He ain't watch it. He ain't watch it.
yeah, no,
He ain't watch
but
it.
honestly, they've been pretty good to me. I can't complain.
Nice.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Is it? You think it's like the new generation, or the older generation? They're more mean, or
I think the older
Hey,
generation.
careful, bro. He got longshoreman ties.
yeah,
Hook it up, bro.
He got buddies.
I know people.
No, I think just the older generations, they're just sick of people's shit. Because you do see a lot of truckers get in there and they're like, I'm here for my load and I need to get the fuck out. Versus the people working there, they have all day, bro. Like, you know, if they move 100 cans or they move 3 cans, they still have to be there 8 hours, I believe. I don't know how long those shifts are, but if I was in their shoes, I wouldn't be one of moving 300 cans when I can move 50, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You have
It's common sense. Yeah, once you get older, you're like, first you don't super, but then you get older, like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm gonna slow it down.
Take it easy. Yeah, that's just
Play it safe.
be safe. Yeah,
exactly.
extra safe to be.
Extra safe, right?
Yeah, they don't want to get hurt. No, but I see a lot of girls working at the port though, and maybe that's making a difference too. Because it's not that I have something, but they're a lot nicer. They really, maybe they're new at the job and they still enjoying the job.
Maybe.
Who knows? You never know.
Yeah, but it's been an experience, a learning experience for me.
So maybe you answered this already, but this was the next question. What were your thoughts about port truckers before becoming one versus now that you're in it?
Well, I thought, like I said before, that they were more closer, willing to help each other, and now I see it as more of like, I'm gonna get my own. And hopefully that changes. I see a lot of new drivers out there, like young drivers, like 19, 20-year-old. They seem a little bit more friendly. At least while unlocking the pins, they'll be like, hey, what's up? You know, like, have a nice day. Things like that. Versus the older people, they're just mad as fuck. They're like, I need to get this shit done. Get the fuck out of here. And maybe years do that to you, you know, like
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I see my cousin change.
Yeah, you know, like after 10 years of doing the same shit, you probably don't want to, like, fuck you, man.
Hey, good morning, sir. Fuck you.
Next time I see him,
Yeah,
what?
Shit.
I told you close that door.
Shit.
for real.
Damn.
So it's, I get nervous when there's like lines merging.
Oh,
Yeah, that always happened to me. I get anxiety. Like, who's the pendejo that's gonna act like they don't see me and have no common sense? Like,
Yeah.
one and one. And you got that one pendejo looking straight ahead. Nah, dog.
For real?
I'm going straight.
Yeah.
I didn't see
Why?
you.
Why do they do this stuff like?
I don't know, but to me it's like I don't want to get into a fight while I'm working, you know. But at the same time, it's like, motherfucker, I'm not gonna let you cut. Like, I'll let you in if you ask nicely, you know. But if it's already 1-1, and you want to make it 3-1, it's like,
Yeah,
fuck
you can't do that. Please, my fellow truckers, please don't do that. It just gets
Man,
annoying.
fuck you.
It gets annoying. We don't need that. We all need to stick together.
that would be nice.
Hey, 5 years later, he's the
Yeah,
one. He's the
wait
one.
until he starts driving. He'll be like, nah, fuck you.
Right? Nah. But for real, man, we should all stick together. We should be in peace. There's already a lot of little cars cutting us. Cutting people.
You know,
I used to cut it, but not no more. You know, I used to cut the
what
drivers.
I think it makes a big
He had
difference.
he had a change of heart, man.
Yeah,
Right?
change. I
Change
give them
of
the right
heart.
away now. Every time, like ever since I continuous sticker went on, I give them right away. Okay, keep on going.
Hey.
There you go. I think a lot of the difference is company drivers and owner ops. Company driver, you're not really in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Some are for some strange reason, but yeah.
unless they
get
get
you.
paid by the load, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But if not, you're not really in a rush. You have time.
Are they nicer?
Yeah, they're nicer. But owner operators. Well, I think they're owner operators because you know they look like it. The trucks look different.
What looks like it?
The truck look different.
Okay.
Usually, company trucks are just plain simple, and owner operators have a little more lights and shit like that, a little more shine to it. So they're the ones who don't give a fuck. I think that they don't have a boss to respond to, so they're like, "I'm gonna cut you and cut you if you say something."
Oh,
double cut.
damn!
Double cut.
Double
You're not messing with my company.
Yeah. Like,
Damn.
I gotta secure that bag, and I mean, we all want that money, so I guess it's fair.
But okay, if that person cuts you and he makes it first inside, does that mean he's gonna come out first before you or after? Because
Not-
inside is just
Not,
whatever goes, right?
not necessarily.
He's
So-
learning. He's learning.
So why would they cut you then? Why would you cut? That's what I don't get.
Feel
Just
good.
Just another truck.
It's just a
in the
meddling
way.
thing. Like I cut you.
Just another one in the way. Like
Yeah, you're just in the way.
Wow, man.
Yeah, because sometimes
I'm gonna have a paintball gun in my truck.
I can be in before I see people, you know, like in line, and I see them maybe like 10 trucks behind me. And when I'm getting out, they're like 10 trucks ahead of me. Because you don't really know when your load is going to be put on your truck.
Yeah, that's what I was.
or what
understanding.
spot?
Yeah.
So there's no point of cutting each other. I mean, right?
They'll say different, I guess.
Oh, okay.
But in my
Please
point
comment.
of view, right? Yeah.
Please comment.
In my personal point of view, no, it doesn't make a difference.
Okay.
Unless maybe they're trying to make it for their appointment time. That's the only thing I can think of.
Oh,
I know it's probably too soon, but any port stories you'd like to share?
I think it's too soon, but
Too soon?
yeah,
Okay.
I think the only one I was in line for about 3 hours before I got to the speaker box. So when I got to the speaker box, the guy is like, "Oh, you're late for your appointment," and he was like, "Oh, can you do something about it?" I was like, "No, you're late. So give me a ticket to get the fuck out of there." So dispatcher was able to rearrange the appointment, right? So then I didn't go all the way out to make the line. I just kind of turned around and cut back in. And now I'm too early for my appointment.
no.
Oh, all bad.
Damn. How early?
How angry were you on a 1 through 10?
10.
Oh.
Yeah. How early? 30 minutes.
So what do? You have to wait there? You have to like get out the line?
The guy is like, "Oh, come back in 30 minutes." It's
What?
Like how the fuck am I going to come back in 30 minutes, bro? Like, just go around again?
You're not down? Did you do it?
I waited at the speaker box.
Oh, you fucking asshole! Fuck you! I hate your kind. Did anybody? Fucking guy.
Oh, wait.
I'm gonna tell you, the guy behind me was having a fit, bro. He called me every fucking name on the list.
I would have gone out there and pushed the button for you. Fuck you.
He kept screaming that. He like,
Yeah.
"Push the fucking button."
There you go.
And I just roll up my window. I'm like,
Sir,
I hear
sir,
nothing.
you don't know what I've been through, sir.
Did he? Did he get off the truck?
He got out of the truck, but he never made it to my truck.
Oh, he was just trying to
He was just,
pantallar.
he was just there. And,
Hey,
and I'm like,
the signature move, this one. And then this one.
so
Hands up in the air.
yeah, like when he got like 10 minutes closer to my appointment, I opened my door and like act like I pushed the button.
Oh.
No, so you're already.
Now I'm waiting. You know, it's on them. They're taking long now.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I was not about to go out again, bro. Like, no, sorry, but
I'm just waiting. Hey, that's good because me.
What'd you
I'll-
say?
I'm gonna do the same thing. I ain't gonna hear all these stories. I ain't gonna do that. Oh hell no. Okay.
Oh man.
Now I see myself cutting.
but see, that's bad, bro. Because I'm sure if it was
Yeah.
me behind that guy,
Oh yeah.
like yeah,
But the cycle continues, and if you missed it, the last person to miss. Damn, that's a never-ending cycle.
I think once enough people start realizing that what's happening to you is probably what happened to the other guy, and you start understanding. To me, it's like I haven't been at the ports long enough to understand everybody, but I'm sure in a couple of years. I think a lot too, though. I don't know if a lot of these drivers have. I don't want to say the time, but the willingness to think about, you know, what's going on the other end.
Empathy?
Yeah. Because for me, for example, now if I see somebody taking long at the speaker, I'm like, maybe he's going through what I went through, you know. But then again, I'm still getting paid because I'm by the hour, so I really don't care in that sense. It's not that I'm milking the clock. I don't want it to be looked at that way, but at the end of the day, I'm at the port waiting to get in.
Yeah.
My time is running. Versus if I have 2-3 loads to take out as an owner operator, you know, time is money in that way. So I will want that shit to move.
Yeah.
So it's just two different scenarios. Maybe if the ports had different lines, company drivers, owner operators.
Oh wow, yeah. That's
Owner operators just want to get in, get out. What I notice a lot of people do too, when you're unlocking your pins, they just fucking park there. You waiting for that motherfucker to move, and he's taking a nap. Cause I'm thinking they have GPS right on their truck, and the company is keeping a track on them.
Or maybe, but also there are they leave a little gap in front, so if you have an appointment and you kind of go around and handle your shit, so they don't want to be like you were too early, so they want to make sure they get inside, but close enough to the speaker when it's appointment time.
Yeah.
So as their appointment time comes
you'll
close,
learn that.
You're like, okay.
But as a new person, I was behind a guy for like 45 minutes, and
No.
I'm like, why is this guy not moving?
Oh, and there was that gap.
There was a gap, but I didn't care to see because I didn't know.
But what gap? Like from the front or the back or how? What
A little gap big enough for another truck to squeeze through and go to the speaker.
Go to the speaker.
Oh.
But you just want to make sure you're super close so that when your time comes, you just pull up and you're already there.
Oh, okay.
Because if you take a nap outside, you don't know what's gonna happen. If the waiting area inside to the speaker will be full, then you'll miss your appointment.
So you're the second person for until your next.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
You put your alarm for like 5 minutes before your appointment and then pull up. Go by the time they answer, maybe 5, 10 minutes.
So they don't tell you you're too early and you have to go around.
Damn. Okay. That's good to know.
So I didn't care to see the space in front. I didn't know. So I just went and I got super close to him. So close that then I couldn't back up to go around. So I had to wait.
Fuck. Damn.
Yeah. But see,
That's good to know though. Things,
it's only been a couple of months.
Check your surroundings, like.
Yeah.
Be aware. It's something I think it's an industry that you have to be paying attention to everything around you.
And you just have to go through shit because that's the only way you learn.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself doing it forever?
I think once I get hands on my own truck, yeah.
¿Ya te gustó the container hauling? Like you feel
it's
meets your.
See, before I did this, I was always in management, so I had to take responsibility for other people's actions. And that was challenging because you don't know what other people are in the mood of that day. Like, people can get up mad or they probably had a bad day with the wife and they come to work and they fuck everything up. But at the end of the day, I was responsible. And I had no control of how the employee is feeling, what he's going to fuck up today, right? Here, it's like it's you. So I get in the truck and I'm responsible for what I do. So I make...
Sort of. But go ahead.
Well, I am, because at the end of the day, I'm in charge of how I respond to people around me.
Oh, okay. So, because if someone had a bad day with the wife and they come and give you attitude at the speaker, then that's still...
I just have to let it go and know that it's not permanent,
Not personal.
It's how long does that interaction really take?
Yeah.
3 minutes max.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, from the time they answer, because you can be at the speaker for a while before they acknowledge you.
Damn.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they can see you pull up.
I think some places, yeah. Some places, no. But I'm getting a little rusty myself. So
it's I pull up to speakers where it's like 10, 15 minutes and like been pushing that fucking button.
Oh, that's probably what it is.
They're like, no.
I never really figured that out. Like, for example, at Maersk, I wonder if when you push the button again, you go to the back of the queue, whatever digital line there is for who's next,
I wonder if it's digital, or they can say that you pushed it twice and they're like, fuck this guy.
Mm-hmm.
What if you hold it? Can you just hold it?
It won't do much.
Oh, it doesn't do
Yeah,
nothing?
it's like, deet.
Just
Then
hold it.
start dialing.
Like 10 seconds?
He's asking you to hold it.
If you just touch it? No? Not for real. If you just hold it for 10 seconds, it usually works, right? No, it doesn't beep. Like keeps on beeping or something.
Nah, no. I think once you push it, it starts dialing.
Oh.
So you go like in a line of like you.
Have you shit in the bucket yet?
Not yet. I haven't had the chance,
Oh.
but I'm looking forward to it. It's been close,
Yeah.
close calls to say the least.
Have you had to use the restroom in there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
not a pleasant experience.
No.
No, I will definitely take the bucket over those restrooms.
And that's why we do the bucket, guys. Sounds nasty, but
Yeah.
it beats.
Well,
the...
to see for me, it's a little bit more challenging because I have a day cab. So I know people's gonna be looking at me taking a shit.
Oh shit!
You're down to do it in a day cab? I mean,
it.
Wherever it goes, right?
Yeah.
Just
Better than going in my pants.
yeah, that's right.
Just like you're driving while you're sitting down.
And something I learned already is take your lunch. And I'm sorry for all those hardworking people out there in those food trucks. It's literally like Taco Bell.
Oh.
If you're not used to it, or what?
Oh boy.
You had a bad experience?
Yeah, it's tasted very good, super good. I guess
Nice
maybe
and
I ate
greasy.
it too fast.
You were too hungry.
Damn. Yeah, it's like you gotta run.
How fast was it though? Like luego or like took a couple hours?
10 minutes.
Oh damn!
Too fast.
See, that's when the trailers need to be calling a porta party.
That was like I ate
that's
it,
a
bro.
good combo. The porta potty next to the roach
Right?
coach.
Yeah, man.
Being towed by it.
Yep, I ate
You
it.
eat
Got
it.
into the port, and it's like I'm in my line and I say, oh shit, this is not good.
You start thinking. Let me think about something else.
I'm like, is it worth for me to get out of this line? Or it's like, am I gonna shit myself? and I had to take the decision to get out of that line, bro. And
It was a good decision.
yes.
Oh damn! You
Yeah,
were.
it took me another hour to get my can, but it would have been a shitty
Mess.
Yeah,
A shitty experience.
shitty experience. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know. Maybe I have to get used to it, but
If you had the bucket, you wouldn't have to get out the line.
yeah, it's been. I'm waiting for it. Hopefully, I can get one next week, sir.
That was bucket.
Nah. Shit your pants. For that shit you did to us 30 minutes at the speaker. Vete a la verga.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whoever was behind me. I know that was a dick move, but
It's not personal.
not personal. Yeah.
Dude, imagine I just hear a guy turn off his truck in front of me.
Well, you have to turn your truck off anyways, because if not, you can't hear your shit.
Oh, okay. Damn.
Yeah, no, but that guy was mad. He was fucking pissed.
Was he an operator or?
I'm pretty sure,
He
because
was?
if he was a company driver, he wouldn't give a fuck. I think so.
Damn.
But yeah, I was just there. I was waiting for them to answer,
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
So far, what's one thing you'd like to change based on what you've seen already? Anything that gets on your nerves? How things run in there so far?
Drivers' attitude to other drivers. Just a little bit more kindness, that's all. It will go a long way.
What do you think causes them to act that way, though?
Testosterone.
Oh,
I think it's
Like,
my balls are bigger than yours,
Damn.
and yeah, and I have to show it because if not, I'm gonna look like a pussy. Because in
Ego.
reality, it doesn't take much for you to let somebody else in front of you. And for me, for example, when I had the chance to drive along one of the other people in the company, that's one thing he said: "Why are you letting them through? Why are you letting all these people cut you? I mean, motherfucker has his signal. Like, let him through, right? No, step on it. Let him go behind you." To me, it didn't make sense.
where was this at? On the street?
On the freeway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like going to a delivery. Like, oh, you're gonna miss your appointment. Like, the fuck? I have like 2 hours to get in. It says here that it's gonna take me 30 minutes, so I have time. No, that's a rookie move. you letting them cut you, and it's like.
Oh, I see. Like,
But did it make sense to let them in when you were driving, based on your perception? Because sometimes it's like, oh, nah, too soon, bro, or too, you know what I mean? Like,
I think what it is most of the truck drivers are very aggressive drivers. They don't want to wait in line, even though you know that there's this second line that's, let's say, going to the 91 freeway, 710 north to the 91 freeway.
mm-hmm.
You know what line is the one that you need to be to take the 91 freeway. You gotta go to the right.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of drivers will go to the left, and then when it's time to, like, it's almost done, they start merging.
That's me. Hey.
Hey.
I put my turn signal, though.
That's what 30 years in the port does.
But see, to me, if I let one or two trucks in front of me, how long is that gonna delay me?
That's what
Honestly, we're still moving forward. Like, it's not like the person that I'm letting in is gonna park in front of me. He's still gonna keep moving forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is it gonna delay me that much? I think it comes to your balls. So why am I gonna let this motherfucker cut if he saw the line back there? So he's being a chucho.
See, because I see the same thing, but I guess there's something. You need some experience not for you not to be like, oh, let me cut.
I think
I
I've
don't
been in enough car accidents where I didn't let people cut, and there's some motherfuckers that they don't give a fuck if you hit them. They're probably glad you fucked the car up so they can get a new one.
Yeah.
So I've been in those situations in a car, regular car, where I'm not gonna let you cut. You know, get closer to the other car, and next thing you know, boom.
Damn.
You still hit him in the back, so at the end it's your fault. Your insurance goes up, even if you're not at fault. There's a claim now, and honestly, with a new license, I'm not trying to fuck that up.
Yeah. Especially with the little drama going on.
Yeah, no, yeah, no, I can't afford it right now.
Marihuano, reckless driver. Nah, too much
30
risk.
minutes at the
Too much
at the
risk.
speaker.
Wow.
Nah, but so what was your first? How did you feel the first time you started moving in a container? Like, how did you feel? Like, were you had butterflies, nervous?
I was
Were you going
nervous. I
slow?
was nervous as fuck. I tell you why. First container I move. I don't know if this for you might not be a big deal, but first container I moved was 49,000 pounds,
Yeah, overweight.
and it was 20.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So I had a triaxle, right? And going down an off ramp, that I really felt like I was gonna tilt. Speed limit said 30. I was doing 20, I want to say, which I think it was too fast according to the driver that was next to me. I start feeling.
Yeah.
It was God, bro. It just came back.
Oh, is it like that?
And I finished my turn, and the guy is like, I never seen that. Because once it start going, it's going, and that's your ass on the side.
So what was the actual feeling? Like 15, 10?
Yeah, because that off ramp shit, that's for, well, sometimes they'll have one for trucks, but it's mostly for cars, you know?
Yeah.
So you do like at least slightly more than half of that, you know?
Yeah. The guy said with the type of load you're hauling right now, if it says 30, you need to do like 10, 15. Just to be safe. Like, what's your rush? Mm-hmm. Like, if you flip, that's your day, you know? Like,
And your license. Now you got a flipper and all that other shit.
and it gets expensive.
Damn.
So
That's what the other guy said, huh? He flipped it and it stays on his record.
Oh, pistolero.
Yeah. Pistolero. He said
Pistolero.
It went on his record for a while.
yeah.
It's a flipper. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it was.
That was your first one?
Yeah.
Oof. So what were you doing when you dropped it? You're like, hell yeah. Like,
Well, I was excited. I'm like, I made it alive. Because, see, listening to a lot of your podcast and the comments on the sections is like everybody like, oh, those 20s, those 20s, those 20s. And you don't, because when you're driving in a straight line, you don't feel a difference. What the fuck? It's you hauling something. It's a 20, a 40, whatever the fuck you're hauling. It's the same shit, right? But on them turns, that's when you feel a difference.
Or any kind of maneuver that's sudden, like, oh shit, I don't want to hit this car.
Oh,
that's it.
So they're more like vulnerable to move, more movable or something, or
I think the weight distribution and the way they sit on the chest. I don't know. To me, and I might be a little stupid as of right now on the trucking thing, but it should be longer to carry a 20, like where it sits. It seems odd to me.
It's because for legal weight, it should be fine if you just distribute the weight properly with the slider. I think I get more stability with the slider. Extended, right? And I think that a lot of people cut corners and don't extend it. So now that wheelbase is like super close and it just kind of like a bad toe, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I don't know.
And then I think a lot has to do with you don't know how they loaded it.
yeah, you don't know what's
Especially those coming from China.
You saw how they load him? Airtight.
Yeah. So
High and tight.
I don't think they're thinking about weight distribution when they load them. Maybe they are, but I think it's like make it fit.
I heard they do, they do, but at the end of the time, you just trying to get it out, you know?
But yeah, definitely I feel more comfortable hauling a 53 footer than a 20, to say the least.
You haul 53 foot
Yeah.
cement? Okay.
This company that I'm working, they do a lot of flatbeds too. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe you like that.
Yeah, I had the chance to pull up a rock crusher from the port. With
A what?
Rock crusher
Ah.
with a coworker, and that was different. The process and everything is different than pulling up a can, and then learning the routes for overweight and oversized. You can't go everywhere. You have to follow the manifest the city gives you. It was an experience. I think if I get tired of doing containers, I'll probably do flatbeds a lot more.
The flatbed, is there like do you have to have a security or something, like an officer behind you?
When it's too big of a load, yeah, but we don't carry that big. So
Any side hustles you'd like to share? Anything you do for extra cash?
for extra cash,
Anything's possible.
Hey. Don't put me on the spot here. No, I do a little bit of Santeria here and there. Not necessarily for extra cash, because if some people can't afford it, it's just for a service. I grew up not having many people that care or that was willing to help. So that's something that I like to do whenever I get a chance. If somebody needs help, I try to be there.
So Santeria, what is that to most that might not know?
Santeria, brujeria, same, almost the same thing. Little candle work, cartas. It gets a little bit more darker, but I try not to.
What's the wildest request you got from someone? Like, do people ask for some weird stuff or?
Yeah, I mean, there's some people out there that unfortunately are very desperate and they don't love themselves enough to understand, and they're willing to go out of their way to get what they want or think they deserve, but at the end, maybe que se muera si no está conmigo.
Oh,
that's extreme.
yeah. That's really extreme.
Does that feel like, oh, sorry, lady or dude, I cannot take this job?
I took a decision a while back, and that's one of the reasons why I went into trucking, that I was not going to live off of that trade. because bills don't wait. So if I didn't have an extra income, I wasn't able to say no to those requests because those requests are the ones that pay the most.
Mm-hmm.
So why would I say no to a couple of $1,000, right, for un trabajito? My bills are not gonna wait.
And that karma will be for them or you for.
Well, that's how it works on that transaction. Is you go to somebody to make the trabajo, right? When you pay them, you kind of give them the karma back. So when they get your money, they're taking the bad karma away from you. So you went and did the job, right? El trabajo.
Wait, the requester?
The requester goes and gets the job. So eventually he's building bad karma, right? But because he's paying somebody, he's kind of giving that bad karma to the other person. So whoever's end up doing the job and getting the money, that karma is going to come back to them.
Have you had the karma come, or like, do you feel, is it like with experiences or physical or like?
I'll say it bites you when you're at your worst. It comes back usually when you're down. If you're doing bad financially for whatever reason, then that's when it's going to pile up. And you kind of know I did that, that's coming back. Especially if you have the ability to throw the cards and ask questions, you can see what's going on. And yeah, it does come back. I try not to do so much of black magic, how they call it.
Okay.
Not only because of me, but because I have a family now. And it's something that it might not come back directly to me, but it might affect my kids and my wife. So yeah, I try to stay away from that.
I never really thought that was real. Like, it was actually something.
It took me a while, even though mi abuela and mi mamá, you had the chance to meet my mom once.
Yeah.
They were brujas all their lives. Like, they didn't do anything else but that. Like, de eso vivieron toda su vida. And seeing, like, mi abuela tuvo 10 esposos. Todos se le murieron.
Oh, wow.
But she was deep in that.
Yeah, she was, like, all in, you know. So as growing up, I saw it, and I said, I don't really want to do that. You know, like, I was afraid of the consequences of doing it. She made a lot of money. Because, see, another thing that I learned through time is most people that are looking for these services, they're in, how would you say? In
a crunch, or like in a little a bad experience. Like,
están vulnerables a la vida around them, you know, like they're going through some shit. That's why they're looking for this service. It's very rare the person that's being so successful in life that's going to look for this type of services because they don't have the need, you know. Like, it's always people that are like doing bad or something is going wrong,
or something,
that they're like looking for, I want to say, for a way out of their problems. And they believe that this can take them out of whatever is going wrong in their life. So they'll go to a person, santero, brujo, whatever, and ask for miracles, you know, like, oh, I want the best job, the best health, the money, you know, love. And if you do that for a living, like if that's your only source of income, I think that you're trapped to kind of sell it and be like, you know, I can fix it with a couple of velas, but I have a bill coming, you know. So you need velas and this. Because, you know, like, I need my bill covered.
It's fucked up.
And that's one of the reasons why I decided that I was not going to live off of that. Because I didn't want to be trapped in that where I couldn't really help people. Like, to me, if you go to me, like, if you're a friend of, I don't really do advertising for this, as you know, it's mostly people that I know. If you come and you be like, you know what, I don't have money, like, can you help me? I will still try to do whatever, because at the end of the day, I'm a true believer that it doesn't really matter of the work that I will do for you, but it's how you feel when you leave that office or that space that we're at. If you feel better, like emotionally, once you get out of that office where we're talking, your life is gonna be better. Because your mind is very powerful.
Yeah,
and that's more powerful than any job I can do. So if you get out of there feeling positive, feeling you can't do it, things are gonna get better for you. You know, so why would I want to charge you for that? It's like you kind of doing the job yourself, right? I just kind of guided you.
Like a therapist a little bit.
Well,
Yeah.
you can say that.
Nice.
So by not living off of that, it gives me that opportunity. Like I said, it's like I have my bills taken care of with my actual job, the work that I do. So if I get somebody that comes and they're in need, I don't have to squeeze everything you got. You know, like whatever. If you want to give me something, I'm not gonna say no, because we all need money. We all want money. You know.
Exactly.
But I don't want to put you in that situation, because I seen it. Like, and mi abuela, que en paz descanse, mi madre, que en paz descanse, where people go out and get loans, bro.
Oh wow! Oh, it's like jobs
For that?
big?
For that.
For that?
Yeah. And it's like if you're already fucked up, why would I want you to go get a loan? You know, isn't that gonna put you in a
Bigger
worse
hole. Yeah.
worse spot?
Yeah.
So you feel because you have a primary income, it's not going to lead you to do some, I don't want to say shady shit, but
Yeah, it is.
to do
It is
some
shady.
out of the need, right? Something that you kind of know.
Look, if I go out and si compro una veladora, you know, y yo te la preparo para ti y te voy a cobrar $20-$30 por una vela. Si tú la vas y la compras, te cuesta what, $2-$3,
Probably.
right? Y tú la preparas y la prendes, tal vez va a tener mejor final la que tú hiciste que la que yo hice por ti, porque tú vas a estar pidiendo con tu corazón, you know, like con todo tu deseo. Like
Yo tengo un deseo que hables en el mic.
you see how that worked?
All right. You're like,
You see how that worked? No,
You can move it around if you want.
So, I think everybody has more power on their own life. Like, if you ask for yourself, it's gonna be more powerful than if you go and pay somebody else to do it for you. But a lot of people believe that these people have special powers to do it
Magic.
better than you, and it's, we all have magic, bro.
so it's all in believing what you say, keeping it in your mind, both
Yeah.
of them together, right?
Yep.
Well, I think that's big in the Latino community, like the whole, you know.
Cartas,
Yeah, the
Cartas,
cartas, yeah.
Yeah.
I got my cartas read, you know, so.
I
But-
think when it comes to cartas,
And I got him read by the homie.
Like the homie.
Okay? But my fear with that is that, like, it's kind of like a little preview of, like, okay, kind of like to keep you in alignment, you know what I mean? But then my fear is that when you do that, what if you give power to, let's just say, one example, let's say I have a cat, right? And then the reading says a cat will die, right? But in reality, the cat was never going to die. But just because I heard that and now I believe it, I manifest the death of my cat, you know?
100%.
That's why it's like, I don't know if I want, you know? So it's like, but
Damn.
Yeah,
it's more
the
like
cars,
a little preview of,
yeah.
you know, like, I don't think it's really like a miracle maker. It's more like a little like, okay, this is what the universe is telling me.
Put you on
I was
check.
fucking up. And I was about to fuck up again, and maybe I'll just chill. And it works out, you know? And then when you go against it, it's like, I knew it. But I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe with the cards it's a little bit different in the sense that you just have to study the meaning of the cards. It's not that people have special powers to read them. It's like as long as you know what each card means and you start learning with time as you play with them. Oh, when this one is paired with this one, it might mean this and that, you know. So that, yeah, maybe you want to go to somebody, like, you don't, but if you start doing it on your own and start learning, and the more you do it, the more familiar you get with your deck, I don't think you need to go pay.
Yeah. I don't know if it's called superstitious or what. Like, even, like, allegedly in the younger days when, let's just say we took a little cruise across state lines, the vehicles were always blessed, you know, and stuff like that, like that certain individuals would drive. You know, a talisman, a prayer, certain holy water, like stuff like that. You know, I don't know if that's goes back to what you said, like the whole we all have magic, but maybe the fact that we see that is like that gives it its power. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I think definitely when some people live a little bit of holy life, like a priest, for example, it's not that they have more power than you, but they are more in a line with the source, with God. So it might feel for you that if he does it, it will work best. And I'm not taking no credit from nobody, you know, like priests, whatever, they give their lives for that. But I think we all have the power. Like,
So the minute we give the power to someone like a priest or yourself, it's like we belittle our own power.
I believe so. You have to believe in yourself.
So this whole law of attraction thing, maybe it's like a real thing, and it's just branded differently versus religion, versus Santeria, versus whatever.
I think it all collides, and it's essentially the same thing.
The same thing, right? You're just trying to like
Name it differently. Yeah.
I just always been a little scared about stuff like that. Like I wouldn't want to know my like future or what. I don't know.
Whereas it's not really telling you your future.
No.
It's more like putting you on check.
Oh, okay.
Because once you have a little insight.
Saca la cartita.
Yeah, no. Once you have a little insight, you can take better decisions. But in reality, is even if you didn't get your cards read, deep inside you knew
you were fucking up. Like
You were a joto.
you're anyway. Que las cartas estaban de fondo.
Sí, es cierto. Ah, sí, es cierto.
and like I said, you knew deep inside of you.
Oh man.
Ya lo siento.
Is that what the scratching is coming from?
Yeah, too much.
Ya, cálmate, güey, cálmate.
Nah, yeah. I always been scared of stuff like that. I just feel like you open gates that you're not supposed to.
Man, you open the gate when you go into your fucking house. That shit is haunted, bro.
Yeah, no. I mean, definitely, if you start doing black magic, I call it, but in reality, is when you start doing trabajos que van a afectar a alguien. You know, like I think que ahí es cuando you're playing with fire, because it's gonna come back to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like entierros, amarres, you know, because un amarre, por ejemplo, estás forzando algo que it wasn't meant to be.
Okay. Amarre is when you want somebody to love you or something like that? Oh, okay.
So it's like que esté ahí a huevo, you know.
Oh, damn.
Y sí va a estar ahí a huevo, but it only lasts so long, you know, like.
Oh, so it's not forever type of thing?
So once that thing gets over, todo lo que se acumuló y todo lo que se aguantó esa persona is gonna come back worse.
Oh.
So did you really win?
They had a short-term experience with the fabricated.
Then you have to do it again, and every time you do it, it's like you have to do more for it to work. And that's how a lot of people get rich, because you know that people keep coming back, and every time they come back, it's more expensive because it's more work. Right?
Everyone's caught up on finding like the true love or the soulmate. Do you think that's real, or we also make it work and make it be a soulmate? Or do you believe in soulmates? Well, depending on how much you're willing to pay.
Yeah, no. I think soulmate. I don't think that's a thing. I think you make it work, because if you're willing to work through things with another person, because at the end of the day, we all have past traumas. You know, like when we're growing up, one thing or not, maybe our parents didn't want to do it to us, but the way they raised us, it creates certain things, certain behaviors in all of us. Yeah. So we're all different. So once you put two different personalities in one household, like you have to work through that.
A lot of changes.
Yeah, a lot of changes. So soulmate, I don't believe in that. I'm sorry.
So you don't think that?
I think you make it. You make it happen with time and with understanding of each other. Like,
so
there's hope. There's hope for the ugly cousin.
What happened to the hearts the cousin had around him.
Wow. I don't get that joke.
No?
Oh, poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
That's crazy. That's really... One time, I remember waking up, and there was a ripped $1 bill behind my car, and I was like, damn, what the hell? Who will rip a dollar bill like that? And then one of my coworkers, one of my friends, he's like, I think that's brujeria, bro. And like, nah, who's gonna rip a dollar just to rip it?
They want to see you. They want to see you broke.
And a little kid would do it. I mean, I could picture a little kid ripping a dollar.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that you might think son brujerias, and like if you really start thinking of really what could have happened, you end up thinking, oh no, like I don't know, like people say una muñequita con alfileres, like if you find or see te encuentras un animal muerto, en frente de tu casa, like if you really start thinking, it could have been a cat, it couldn't be like so many other things.
You think if you believe it, that's what gives it its power?
Yeah.
Like you can have the best fucking brujo out there, but if you're like, nah, I'm good, my vibe is good, I'm positive, that's bullshit. I'm good. It won't work.
Activate time.
Versus like, oh no, they got me. Ah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
so. You give it a power.
That's crazy, man.
I was gonna ask something else. You feel like it chose you in a way? Like, can you get away from it? Like, do you feel deep down you want to stop, or is it like your gift?
Doing?
Yeah.
Well, because mi abuela y mi mamá lo hicieron, I feel that it's kind of in the family. And my sisters don't want to do it. They're like, no, fuck that.
Yeah. How many are you guys?
It's 4 of us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I'm the youngest one, and I guess because I'm the one that lived most with my mom, I got to live it, through all my life, seeing her pretty much feeding us from this type of work. I seen a lot of people that truly believe in this, like
100%.
so many people. But to me, it comes down to helping. Like I always looked for, let's say, somebody that you can go and talk your problems out with no judgment, right? And it's always somebody else is gonna have an outside view of where you fucking up. You might not know it.
Yeah.
But once you tell somebody and they see it with those outside eyes, they can be like, oh, like this is what you're doing wrong. If you do this, then this will change. And then it's like, oh, yeah,
And if it's a friend, it's like, oh, nah, you're just hating on me.
Yeah, and then a lot of people have,
I can see a lot of
it's
that.
afraid of the judgment. Because if you go to a family member, like wanting or not, is going to go around the family.
Yeah.
Like, he's going to tell to the wife or to the daughter or to the son, and that person is going to tell the cousin, and it's just going to go around. If you tell a friend, that friend might tell another friend. And there's a lot of things, insecurities of people that they're not willing to share with somebody that knows them. So I feel when people come to me, is because they are not afraid that whatever they talk to me about, or whatever, mostly is what they ask the cards, it's not gonna come back and bite them in the ass, because I have no connection to them. Like I don't know their family. I don't know their friends. It's not like I'm gonna go back and be like, oh, this happened, or she's afraid, or he's afraid of this and that. So they come, and as soon as they walk out of that door, whatever that conversation was, it's forgotten.
That's dope.
And I think that's what people is looking for when they go to these places, just to talk to somebody and not to feel they're in therapy. Because if not, they will look for a professional,
Yeah.
But most people will think that that's for crazy people. And versus this is more of tiene poderes y me va a decir cosas que no pudiera yo saber de otra manera. And it's like, if you were and talk to somebody else about it and give them the chance to look at things from outside, they probably will tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
How do you feel about natural medicines and stuff that it's like altering of the mind? Like, for example, I've talked to you about I had an experience with a follower shared with me a connect to go do the 5-meal DMT, kind of like what Mike Tyson talks about, or Joe Rogan, the ego death and all that. And I went through that, and then there was another time that's coming around, and I had offered you an invitation, right, and you declined, right?
Yes.
And also, I think eventually, like, the medicine ends up where it needs to end up, right? Because I have a friend that's going to, and then last minute I squeezed in the cousin, but he's thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm a little.
So I wanted to know your perspective on that, and then kind of make him
Well-
convince him to go with me. We're gonna go do
I
the
don't think it will go that way.
we're gonna do the toad venom.
I don't think it will go the way to convince him, but probably the way around it.
Yeah.
I believe we all have the power to reach those levels of consciousness without having to tap into medicines, but it takes a lot of work. So if you don't have the willingness or the patience to meditate and to do it on your own, then I think that's like the fast track. You go and you tap into un honguito, una planta, and he shoots you 100 miles ahead, and you get that experience.
It sure did the first time.
But I feel that there's I go back to the same. I feel there's a lot of people out there that's taking advantage of this because it's gonna make you feel good. It's gonna make you realize a lot of things when you're doing it right, and eventually it's gonna want to make you go back, and it's not for free.
That's one thing I was thinking through my head too. I'm like, damn, what if I really like this and I want to go
You
again?
will. You will.
You will.
You will like it.
Yeah.
But
But it's not one of those things that you can abuse. Like, that's not
Yes.
ideal.
Yes.
I think it's every.
That'll
every
lose its
drug.
that'll lose its value, like, of
I
the
think it's-
experience.
anything that alters your mind has the potential to be abuse. Because it's like I said, it's a fast track to that feel good moment. We all want to feel good.
I guess me personally, I just feel there's something within me that I need to know and figure it out, and that it's like you feel like you're gonna unlock this key of like, oh shit, that's what it's been all along. Now it can make that switch and improve something in myself that I don't like, that I don't really like talking much about, right? But
So that means that you already know. You just don't want to accept it, and
I
whatever
just feel I need to get that click, like,
to give you el valor de aceptarlo and make that change.
yeah, I guess so.
Because when you're high on something,
Yeah.
you get that. It's a lot easier for you to accept things
Yeah.
than when you're not.
So knowing that it's already the solution, just because I know what it is.
Hey. See, like,
You're gonna come out of change, man.
me personally, I think that if you have the
Shit.
time to meditate, that is better than anything you can take. It'll make you realize everything that's going wrong in your life and how to change it. But get el valor de aceptarlo es cuando necesitas a little help sometimes, and then you tap into, like I said, una herbita, un hongo.
Yeah. Because that one, my first experience, it was like everything. I don't know how to describe it. I just feel like your soul leaving your body and everything is white. And you look around and there's nothing to see. There's just white. You look up, it's white. And it's just, then the thoughts come in. All your guilty conscience, all that comes back to like remind you like what you could have done differently or whatever, or maybe where you're fucking up.
Yeah.
I mean, these are your own beliefs, you know? And then, like, when I cried, it became like the river flowing. When I was angry, it became like the gravel falling apart from the mountains. And, like, the whole exhaling, like, it was a little breeze that came and cooled it all off. Like, it was a little cycle. So everything had, like, earthly attributes to it. And that was pretty interesting, you know? But the creepy part is that once I was there, I didn't want to come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was rationalizing, like, okay, my family will understand. Like, at least I know there's light at the end of the tunnel. It's good out here. they'll be quick, and then since time travels so fast over here, like they'll probably be here tomorrow anyways. Because like in that basically 100 years, it feels like an experience of 100 years in 5-10 minutes.
Imagine if you could experience that by meditating.
That sounds impossible. I don't want to sound like a dick, but it sounds impossible.
It takes time, but it is possible. Mm-hmm. A lot of time, I want to say.
A long time, like how much?
Long.
Like experience time or like
practice.
Practice. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because at first you literally feel like you're wasting time. Like,
I have felt that when people were trying to tell me like close your eyes and breathe, and like I don't feel nothing because my mind's not relaxed. I'm still thinking.
Because just to get to the point of meditation, like you need to practice so long to get to experience meditation. Like not because you just close your eyes and start like just being there. You're not really meditating.
Yeah.
So I think it takes, for me, maybe about a year before I could actually say I was meditating, even though I was sitting there with my eyes closed doing nothing for 30-45 minutes.
Every day?
Yeah. I didn't experience meditation until about a year after doing that. Where your mind really goes blank and you start experiencing what you explain right now.
Well, me, it just felt like a death and not being afraid of it. Like it's like, oh, death is peaceful. There's like this, like featherweight.
It created a space for you to start thinking about other things that were not your daily.
Yeah. Oh, also I let go of grudges. I was really forgiving. Everyone that I thought I hated. I was like, I need to apologize to them. I need to be cool because life is short and we're all just gonna die. It's really simple. We're all gonna die. We're all fucked up in one way or another, and we're all gonna fucking die at the end. So then I wanted to stay, and that sounds kind of selfish, but I wanted to stay. And what made me snap out of it is I heard my daughter go, "Papi," Victoria, and I just took that deep ass breath and I came back, right? But then that's when I kind of gave that value to life, as far as like, you know what? I'm back, and I know we know we're gonna die, but we don't really take it into consideration daily. I think about it every day. I don't know if that's normal or not, but I'm like, so it kind of helps me make the most of my day, and that's pretty good for me considering that I'm like been like, I would say self-diagnosed depressed for a few years, and it kind of like, I don't know, just knowing you're dying makes you make the most out of that day. Like, hey, it could be worse, Yeah. I'm still here to see what I could do. So it helped in that way, but it does wear off with time. So what do we do wrong where we let it die, How can we harness that mentality to get the most out of our days without resorting back to that?
One day at a time.
Yeah. Well.
Dice el primo, I heard that so many times.
Yeah, it's because
I'm 9 months in the game, cousin.
I don't want to say you only have today, because you might not have until the end of the day, but that's pretty much all you have is today. Like whatever you do
You
today.
better rephrase that shit. That sounded like a fucking prediction.
No, but yeah, going back, I'm sure it will be a great experience if you do it. But I wouldn't tell you to go do it. Like,
me, I was more of a no than a yes, because I'm like, what if I like this? It seemed like fun, because I seen.
Well, but that's the wrong approach, because you shouldn't be going like if you're gonna go smoke a blunt. Like it shouldn't be something fun.
You should have your question in mind, like what you seek within yourself.
Yeah, it should be something that you're going to do to better your life, to let go of something, to give it a new meaning, to give a new meaning to your life. But if you're going in the sense of, oh, it's fun, like it's like a party.
Yeah, I just see like a good experience.
Like a good high.
Yeah, basically.
You probably won't get a good experience out of it. Maybe you freak out.
Yeah, exactly.
He's already freaking out. He had a weird experience at In-N-Out.
Yeah, weird experience.
Yeah. No, I don't think like.
Shit, you want to share that? That shit was weird, bro.
It was just weird experience.
Oh, he's getting shy now. Never mind.
Because it was weird, bro. It's just, I don't know. People are gonna think I'm crazy.
We all crazy.
Yeah, that's true, huh? So I was at In-N-Out, and I stopped doing my thing. Number 2, I didn't have the Kontainero bucket. I walk out, go into In-N-Out. Nobody's in there. Do my thing, put my headphones on, do my thing. I heard a guy coming in, right? He's going to the porta potty. I could hear him taking a piss. And then his voice starts changing. He's like, no, I thought he was talking on the phone. He's like, yeah, he needs to pay. And then his voice starts changing. He's like, Molina. And, Molina. And like, damn, there's somebody, he's talking to somebody with my same last name. And then he said, Jose Molina. And like, oh, shoot. That's when I took out my headphone. I'm like, what? And then he's like,
That's when the butthole got tight.
And the worst part,
loose.
The worst part is that he got me right when I'm, dropping, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what? You gonna pay Jose Molina? And I'm like, what? So that's when I wanted to get up and open the door, but I was like, do my thing, and it was crazy. And he just kept on screaming that, and then some guy walks in, and he kind of like, it sounds like the guy snapped out of it. He's like, I'm sorry. He just walked away. But I never got to see this person.
He's tripping out because he thinks maybe something used that person to give him a message.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna pay about, man? That we don't know.
I don't know. That's what I like. Oh my god.
What are the odds?
Yeah, your name and everything.
Yes, and that's what threw me off. And
have you ever thought about maybe there was nobody saying that and you were just hearing things?
Well, I heard somebody walk in, and you know what? Yeah, that's what my brother told me too. My brother, he's like, you do you know if somebody was actually in there? What it sounded like he was actually in there, because he sounded like He sounded like he was taking a piss. He even farted and everything, and then his voice started changing. Like, what?
Yeah, if you ask me, I don't think there was anybody there. You were just hearing your subconscious.
Wow.
Feeling guilty about something,
yeah.
And then you're feeling that you need to pay.
Oh, wow. I don't know what it is, but I have to tap in.
He ain't about to tell us right here.
Yeah, right? Like,
hey, guys, he's about to tell
camera?
us.
Nah, it's just, for me, it was a weird experience.
Maybe that's one of the questions that you need to bring to your session with Mr.
Nah, I think you made him chicken out already.
Yeah. Calling somebody else out.
Yeah, no, but I mean, it might be a good experience, bro.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Go check it out.
You should go first.
Yeah, when he told me about it, I was like, yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
Because, why not? But then I started thinking about it, and in my own reflections, I started questioning my decision of going and why was I going.
And you had already gone through the whole trucking thing, right? With that.
Yeah. So one of the things that made me stop was I was afraid of that coming up on my next drug test.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I'm like, I already have one violation. Like, it's been hard enough with one. Imagine if I get another one.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'll be done. But then truly what it made me say no, because then he brought up a few points like, it only stays in your body for this long and this long and this long, like don't bullshit me type of thing, right?
Oh, okay.
So as I started seeing, and it's like, I want to say that the main reason why I say yes so quick, it was maybe I felt forced. I felt that if I said no, I was not a good friend, because you were excited. It was your first time, and it was kind of you were looking not to do it alone. Mm-hmm. And I felt a little bit forced to not let him do it alone, because he had taken the decision of going and doing it. And it's like, man, what kind of friend am I if I'm not gonna, go along with it, and make him feel secure that you're not alone type of thing, right? But then it's like I had to be a little bit selfish and think about what I wanted it to do, and personally, I didn't believe in it. So I was already going to do something not believing in it. So,
and then the power of belief based on what we talked about a few minutes ago.
It was going to be a waste of his money, because he was kind enough that he was going to pay for it. And I was going with this mindset where it was not going to work out. Like, it was not going to work out for me, and maybe that will give been a bad experience for him. So not only was I gonna affect my experience, but maybe his experience. I was being more selfish by going and not letting it flow for him. So it was a few days that I had to build the courage to be like, I'm not doing it with you.
Oh, okay. I'm not doing it with you.
No.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
But you're seeing how I see what
I respect all decisions, but then it just goes like I could have assumed a bunch of shit, and then he had his reasons all along. So it's like in everything, there's always a reason,
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we'll see, man. This has been a very good session. If
It's funny how it went from trucking to something else, huh?
Yeah, real quick.
But
well, that
it's all good.
touches on like how truckers are more than that. They have other things in their life that they may be good at, or other goals, or other hobbies, other jobs.
Definitely.
You know,
It's sad how a lot of people out there that is not in the trucking community see truckers as it's gonna sound bad, but as bottom feeders, as people that don't really have education or no goals in life. Like, oh, you're just a driver, you know, and they don't really know. I have the opportunity to meet a lawyer the other day, and he's a trucker now, and I'm like,
wow.
I'm sure there's a lot more money, being a lawyer than being a trucker. And he's like, no, actually no. He's an owner operator, by the way. So he's like, I in a good day, $2,000, and all I did was get in my truck, turn it on, go pick up a load, drop it off. My money's made. I don't have to be dealing with people's emotions, with people's problems, and all this. And it made him happy. And at the end of the day, I think that's what we all want, is be happy. At least myself. I'm happy being a truck driver, to say the least. Like, so far.
Yeah, so far.
A couple years, get the fuck out of my
Right?
Honking at everybody.
If you could go back in time, what would you tell 18-year-old Marco?
Take it slow.
And let the good times roll.
Don't put words in his mouth, bro.
That's the slogan.
Don't think where you're gonna be in 5-10 years from now.
No,
Just
damn.
Live the best you can today, and do the best you can today, not only for you but for others, and that will make sure that in 5 and 10 years you'll be in a good place. Don't worry about it.
Wait, say that one again. What?
Like, if you do good today, like today for you and for others, that's gonna make sure that you're in a good place in 5 to 10 years. But if you start thinking how I'm gonna be in a certain way in 5 to 10 years, I think that makes you start seeing how you can take advantage of certain things
To expedite that.
and that will put you back, I think.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years? That just like
Here, doing another podcast.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any advice for people that want to get their CDL?
Stop smoking weed. Definitely, I never thought weed was gonna put me back in anything, because for me that was such a relaxing moment, time, 2 hours of chilling, and never really thought that it was gonna hold me back. And I'm not gonna say I don't miss it. It was good times, It feels good. I mean, like anything, I think when people do any type of drug, they're looking for that feel good moment. But at the same time, I realized that it's taking you away from reality. And those 2 hours that I used to spend high, I get to do a lot more things nowadays. So no, I'm just being real. It's I get to read, I get to do paperwork, whatever it is, something I didn't do before. So it's definitely putting me ahead, like saving wise also, because I don't know about other people, but I didn't like to smoke the cheap shit. So, it gets expensive. And one thing is higher potency you start using, then you want more and more and more and more, and it's never enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad for the experience I had, to be honest, because it really put it into perspective that I was fucking up. And before that, I never thought I had a problem. I didn't. Like, to me, it was something so natural, so like chill, like nothing wrong with it.
And I think that's any ¿cómo se dice? Like a person is addicted will say that, right?
Yeah.
I mean.
So now that I've been cleaned, you know, like, and it's such a good feeling. I even have a lot more energy to do other things, and to be with the family. Those 2 hours, I can spend them with family now, and I'm pretty sure they'll appreciate that.
How long has it been since you haven't had a hit?
March was 30 days, so February. So it's February.
Oh, okay. And when you still get the urge here and there, like when you smell it, or
it wasn't an urge. That's why I never thought I was addicted to it. But if I will smell it, I'll be like, you know, like,
Qué rico.
yeah, like, it smells good, you know, like,
you get a little flashback.
Yeah, like it kind of makes you want it, like, yeah, it makes you think of those chill moments. But now, and it's fucked up that I'm gonna say this, but now when I smell it and when I see somebody smoking weed, I have nothing but the urge to tell them to stop and that you're doing something wrong. And it's such a hypocritical thing.
Yeah.
Because it's not that I feel that I'm better than that person, but I just realize now that it does hold you back.
By experience, you're going to tell them your experience.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't seem like you're messing up, but it's going to mess you up.
Yeah, but see, when somebody will tell me that before, I will take it wrong and like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you hater.
I fall into that. I smoke weed and stuff. Like, it's been, I think, like a week I haven't smoked flower. I'm trying, but I've been hitting the pen. And it's different high, but I feel like I'm kind of like killing it little by little. But
Let me tell you something by experience.
Yeah.
Okay. I because of this stupid program that I had to go and all these special classes that I went, they actually made me learn about the chemistry of weed and THC. Okay.
Okay.
The pen is actually worse than the flower.
I heard of that already. Yeah.
So
¿Para qué te haces pendejo?
So
I knew that already.
If you're really trying to stop smoking, get away from edibles and get away from the pens and
edibles?
any type of oil. Yeah.
Edibles? I didn't know about that. I thought that was a healthier.
They might be healthy for you to think, but it actually stays in your body longer.
Wow.
Like edibles, and actually the pen can stay up to 90 days, bro.
Oh, wow.
One hit?
90 days.
90 days. So how much does the flower would be if you smoke the flower?
If you smoke daily, about 60 days. But if you smoke here and there, some people are clean in 7 days, bro.
That was a whole month.
Very light smokers.
Oh,
though.
okay.
Very light smokers.
Wow. I'm gonna have to make some changes there. And you know what? A lot of people tell me too, like, you know what? Especially my girlfriend, she like, when you're sober, you're like the smartest person. You do a lot of things, and then when you're just high, you're like talking to the wall.
You're high.
You're like, huh? You don't hold the conversation. You just like, yes, huh, yeah.
It's that fuck it effect. Yeah.
I haven't been well, you know what? I started drinking for like 4 years already, and I used to. People would tell me that. Why did you just stop drinking? One of the reasons is because I used to say, "Fuck that, fuck it, fuck it." You know, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And I feel like with weed, it doesn't. It kind of it makes me think more than just saying
too much.
Yeah, too much. Where kind of, I guess it holds you back because you're overthinking, thinking.
And the thing is, when you're high, you think a lot, and you get how would I say? You believe that you're actually doing what you're thinking, but you're only thinking.
That's what I was about to say. Probably a whole lot of thinking and no doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Mañana.
Yeah. You thought so many
The
things.
whole plan?
Yeah, the whole plan that you think you did it.
Oh my goodness. I never saw it like that. You know what? Now that I think about it.
This is a fucking intervention
What?
now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's extra, bro.
It was 4, now it's 5. Oh wow, that's crazy. But did you think about this now or
About?
About that you were wasting time and?
Oh, I never thought of it before.
Never.
No, not until it affected my pocket.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, because that was the whole thing. See, even after I tested dirty, you know, I was still with the fuck it mentality. Mm-hmm. I get another job, another company. Not until I found myself not being able to make money with that license because of that. That's when it hit me. And it's like, fuck, it's affecting my finances now.
Yeah.
Then it gets real. Yeah.
And I always thought like to cut it down to where I got it to the point where I only smoke at nighttime to fall asleep or to be comfortable.
That's still daily.
But yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like I can't do that because I did it last night. I won't do it again in the morning or afternoon, whatever. My daily.
Yeah.
Fall into the routine again.
I think low-key it helped you like go through the whole sobriety as far as alcohol goes. I think there was a little cheat code.
You think so?
I think
he replaced one substance with another.
Because I was doing both. I mean,
you were really fucked up.
Yeah, really. That was. So I thought, like, you know what? I'm just gonna not drink because I work in the beer industry.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think. Oh well, myself, I'm gonna put it that way. Weed, it was a lot more beneficial in the way that it didn't make me aggressive and it kept me out of trouble. Because if I will drink and get fucked up drinking, that will make me want to do something more, like not being at home, being out there, you know, get other type of drugs to counteract the drinking. But with weed, it was just that and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So it kept me out of trouble. So I thought it was more beneficial because I'm like, at least I'm staying out of trouble.
But it works equally. It keeps you out of trouble, but it keeps you out of maybe advancing in something.
Everything in life.
Keep you from reality.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of pot smoker out there. They're gonna be like, oh, you just didn't know how to control it. You let it control your life or your moves or this and that. And maybe I'm just too weak to have a dependency on something. You know, maybe I'm just one of those persons that once we get hooked in something, we let them dictate our life. Everybody's different, you know.
But as far as testing dirty on the test, that's not up to anyone to counter that because that's just the way it went.
Yeah, definitely.
Whether
if you're trying to be a truck driver and it's like a new license and you're starting, just quit at least for a little bit until you get your shit going, you know. Then after you already have your truck and you're insured, then that might be a different story. But before that, I will definitely recommend to stop.
Oh, you have a rough start like you did.
Yeah. It sucks, bro.
Yeah.
It sucks because I got a few companies that I would love to work for, and I'm not going to say who, but they've been calling me almost daily because I went through the whole hiring process, and I want to say they like me, whatever it might be. But now I'm embarrassed to go back and be like, okay, yeah, but you know what? This program I'm in. Before this, I really didn't give a fuck about what people thought about me smoking weed. I will put it out there. Like, yeah, I smoke weed. Fuck it. What's wrong with it? Now, I'm embarrassed of going to companies and kind of, I don't want to say beg for a job, but let them know of that past and how I'm going to get judged. Because now that I haven't smoked for a while, I think different. And it sucks because that judgment part has kicked in a different way. Where I do see somebody that smokes weed that is letting go of their potential.
Okay, because now you judge them, you already assume they're going to judge you when you go to them.
Yes.
Oh, you see the coin. Yeah. You see the other side of the coin now.
And it's embarrassing to say the least to know that somebody's going to be like, oh, you're a drug addict.
Right away, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Because maybe I'm wrong, but I'm even if I'm wrong, I'm sure inside of me that that's what's gonna go through their mind, unless they're potheads. then they'll be like, oh, cool,
Right.
come on board.
Yeah, right. We stick together.
We love a high insurance premium. We love high risk.
Where'd you get your connect?
Yeah.
What you got?
Saca la motita.
Yeah, so unless they smoke it, they're probably gonna be like, nah, we don't want nothing to do with this.
So would you say if smoking was allowed in the trucking industry, you will still be smoking right now?
Probably.
Yeah, because I told my cousin about this. I just went to Seattle, and I went to Portland, and Portland was beautiful. I fell in love. I was passing through. I was looking to jobs, to apartments, houses.
You fell in love because there's a dispensary in every corner, or what?
Oh man, that's another thing. And no, it's just the taxes. There's no taxes, state taxes. So whatever is in that price tag, you pay. You know, somebody else pumping the gas for you. You don't gotta get out to your car. Nothing.
Man, that's lazy.
And it's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And
Beautiful for a pothead.
And when I seen that when I was looking for work as a driver, it said drug test THC okay. THC okay, like what? It's crazy. And then I think about like how are you gonna be really stoned and driving when you have to like keep your eyes on everything?
I'm might say something that maybe I don't know much about it.
Yeah. Burst this bubble, because that's a federal thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
oh, wow.
Even though it can be legal in the state, by federal regulations, they cannot tell you it's okay for you to have THC in your body when you're gonna have a commercial driver's license. Because of, especially, I don't know how long this thing has been out there, because I didn't know anything about it until I got fucked.
About clearinghouse?
Clearinghouse.
Like, well, I may be wrong, like a couple of years at most.
So.
Five,
So,
like two.
Oh wow.
And especially starting January of next year, everybody is gonna be required to go through clearinghouse, and it's gonna be linked to the DMV record. So one thing I learned that it was, I guess, a good thing is my counselor said, if there was a time for you to fuck up, this was the time, because it's not linked to the DMV record yet. So it won't come out on your record from the DMV.
Like a DUI or like a
DUI.
DWI?
Yeah.
Okay.
But after January of next year, it will come out like if you got a DUI.
Okay. I don't really get it. I thought you were already in the system. But that's like in a commercial system or?
This is a federal website system.
Oh, okay.
So it's controlled by the, what is it, FMCSA?
There you go.
So they're the ones who keep track of the commercial driver's license records, right?
Okay.
So as of right now, it's not linked to the DMV, but it will be.
All right.
But any company that's going to hire you, it's required to have you sign up into that thing.
Oh, so you're going to come out if you're...
So if you're dirty, you're dirty. Like, it doesn't matter what state you're driving. Because
Uh-huh.
it is legal in California to smoke weed too,
Yeah.
but not if you're a commercial driver's license holder.
It's crazy.
So yeah, you're not getting away with it.
No.
At least I think until things change in the federal level.
Yeah.
But
He wants to find something so that he doesn't have to stop.
Nah, I'm going to stop.
But it's not really like no one's forcing him to. It's just a choice.
Yeah.
If you want the CDL, you have to choose to stop. If you don't want it, then just accept that you don't want it because you chose that over this.
Yeah.
And live with that.
like you know, my wife told me, because at first I was pretty upset that I couldn't smoke. Like, I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's not like I'm gonna go smoke before I drive. Like, it only lasts for... Oh, and another thing is that I consider myself to be a... How do you call...
Casual.
Not only casual, but productive pothead.
Okay.
So...
That sounds like some bullshit, but yeah. That sounds like something I'll say. I'm
functional pothead.
Okay.
I'm a religious sicario.
Yeah.
Religious sicario.
So I was pretty... I want to say I was upset because I was like, what the fuck, man? If I'm going to smoke, I'm going to smoke on my own time. You know, like, I'm not looking to go smoke while I'm driving, right?
Yeah.
So she said, if it's so much for you don't drive and go back to do what you did before. Go back into the management, and then you can smoke all you want. Then I realized, why did I smoke when I was in management? And it's like, that shit gave me so much stress that I needed to smoke.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Well, that was my excuse, at least.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. So I'm going to go back to something just so I can keep smoking? Like, it didn't make sense in my head, like that I will leave an opportunity to go do something that I'm liking so far just because I want to smoke. Like, it didn't counterbalance that.
Yeah. That's good to hear about that point. It makes a lot more sense. You want to stay with the stress?
Yeah.
Or you're going to move up, get some money?
At the end of the day, I think that everybody that's abusing a substance, there's something wrong in their life that they want to escape.
Yeah.
And once they hit that blunt or the pipe or the snort, whatever the fuck you decide to do, it's just to forget, what your reality is.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not changing it. You're just forgetting about it. And
Put
a lot
it
of the
aside.
times making it worse
Yeah.
as time passes by.
Yeah.
Because we're only getting older. And, like, I wish I would have had this experience a lot younger, to have more time to recuperate.
Now come out 30.
But, yeah, I mean, I had it when I had it, and just keep moving forward, Trying not to make the same mistake again.
Yeah.
I think this episode will help a lot of people out there.
Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna come out and looking at it a lot different now. The weed a lot different. I probably crack my pen.
that will make me happy, to say the least. I was very hesitant to touch that subject because
it helps.
Like I said, it's embarrassing. It sucks, bro. It's
taking ownership is not embarrassing.
No.
It sucks because like I said, this is gonna be out there, and now a lot more people are gonna know about my pothead experience.
Mm-hmm.
But fuck it is what it is, and if it helps somebody, then that's a win.
Wow, it helped me already. So.
Oh, group hug. Yeah.
It's helping me already. Tell you that much, because I've been thinking about it, but it's like tomorrow.
Because that shit feels good, bro.
Tomorrow.
Someday is today.
Tomorrow. And it's just like when I was drinking, when I was gonna stop, I was like, what am I gonna do with my life? Who am I gonna be? And I literally grabbed the bottle and tossed it in the sink. The whole bottle. I was drinking tequila and some beers. And
For breakfast.
And I was just thinking in my head, like, damn, I'm just messing up, man. Just my hands are not on the wheel. Going.
Yeah.
Never know where I'm gonna end up and shit. So I just threw it down the sink. Me amarré los huevos.
There you go.
And vámonos.
Do the same thing with weed, bro.
Yeah.
Is today the day, cousin? You want to start?
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
All right.
Like, I'm gonna tell you this: whenever you do, you have to be ready, and it has to come from you.
Yeah.
Exactly. If you're gonna do it because somebody else is telling you today is the day, or you fucking up, or whatever, it's not gonna happen, and it's not gonna fulfill you. It has to come from you and be like, you know what, today is the day.
Dude, if doing it because you want to is hard as fuck, how do you think it will work if someone forces you?
Damn, yeah. That'll be miserable. Miserable. I'm like, damn, I can't smoke weed.
Yup.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
And I don't know if you live alone or if you live with somebody, but whoever's in your household, I will recommend that the day that you do stop, you be completely honest with them and let them know to be as quiet as possible. And, like, even if you have to beg for that, like, be like, please help me out on this one, and, like, be quiet, because you will be triggered by any fucking noise.
Wow.
You're gonna snap, and
We'd be a grumpy person.
And you might say or do things that you might regret the next day, and just be open with them and be like, you know what, like, just help me out this couple of days. I'll be angry.
Damn. I'm not gonna be myself.
Straight up.
Straight up.
How long did you feel like that, or how long?
About a week.
A week? Oh, I thought it was like longer, like a month.
No, about a week. Yeah.
So you think a week will take that rotation off of you, like that?
Yeah.
Okay, oh, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad. Especially if you manage somehow to get good sleep. That's gonna make a big difference.
Mm-hmm.
If you're able to get good sleep without smoking, that'll be great, bro.
And you know what? That's what we do, right? We smoke to fall asleep good.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'm gonna do that one too.
All right, guys, if you're about to fall asleep, you're in luck.
Hell yeah.
That's all the time we have.
Yeah.
We're out.
Every day.
Bye.
Yeah.